And I am back with another short video for you guys. This list is pretty minimal in terms of quantity, but either way, I hope there is at least one survival game on this list that you might find new on your wish list. And as always, none of these games are in any particular order. I typically just list them as I go. And with that being said, let's just dive in. At number 1, we have Lost Skies, survival game that is taking place around floating islands. The game does include co-op once it does come out. Seemingly, there is a pretty detailed storyline with this one. As you collect resources, you explore its universe, you will be able to put some more emphasis on the skyship, which will help you get even further in the game, as far as distance applies. Either way, screenshots look great. Seems like this could be extremely futuristic and very fictional in terms of content, but hey, it's there. Definitely check it out. At number 2, we have Bellwright. This one's just another medieval survival game where you do everything you would in any other medieval game basically. Create and manage your own settlement, liberate the land, and assist villagers. And of course, recruit others to your cause while learning more about life that you had to leave behind. Just another story-based survival game. The only thing that I do hope they would do with this one is to implement actual voice lines. That way people don't have to read all the time. I don't know if that's personally just me and my issue, but I swear every time I have to read a lot in dialogue, I just find myself extremely disconnected from the actual game and it just gets very boring. At number 3, we have Once Human. Now this one's solely focused on the multiplayer experience, at least as far as I'm concerned, unless they do end up releasing a single player at some point as well. But this one's taking place in the strange post-apocalyptic future where you can either unite with your friends or play as a lone wolf and face everyone else. You have to compete for the loot that is basically scattered around the world, and believe it or not, players are not your main concern in this one. As you explore its world, you will run into these alien looking things that will more than likely come after you, so be very careful. At number 4, we have The Front. Now this one's been mentioned on my channel more than once, then at some point I forgot about this game until this person brought it back up to me last night, so thank you very much for just reminding me of this game. This is basically another Rust wannabe, but when I say that, I'm not trying to point fingers and shame them for trying to recreate something that's already out there. Although they are recreating the whole Rust feel to it, they really do implement some of their own work here, and there is actually quite a bit of it. One thing that really stands out the most to me is the fact that here you actually get to recreate machinery and use that for a certain purpose. For instance, you see in the video one of the characters deploys a tractor and uses that for resource gathering. I can only imagine the same would apply with just other vehicles in the game, where you have to recreate a specific vehicle and use that for a specific purpose, and I just always thought it was the coolest thing ever. Other games normally just implement different skill levels in their game. For example, you can use an axe to collect wood, and the next best thing to that would be like a chainsaw, for instance, or just a higher level axe. Well, these guys, they don't mess around. They basically say, why we need a higher tier axe if we can just use a machinery? Let's just throw a tractor in. Here you go. Which is pretty cool, and I definitely have to give them the credit where the credit is due. Obviously, this being PvP focused, expect some serious raid system as well as pretty detailed gun recoils to get used to. Either way, I'm pretty excited about this game altogether, and hopefully so are you. And this game will conclude today's list. As always, I try to do these pretty quick and very short, basically straight to the point. You already know what to do. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for future content like this, and as always, this was your boy Roos, and I'm out. Goodbye.